you're gaining something, you're gonna need now. Several years after my dad was divorced, he met my mother. They fell in love. We're married for over 40 years.
So guys, this is the end of Republic Avenue and the start of High Street. And what I want to do today is to show you High Street in Georgetown.
Oh, this is my day. I'm ready to take it on, come what may.
Now this is Brick Dam, looking at Fabric Market Square and the Parliament buildings. See, there's some solar panels on the Parliament buildings. And that's St. Stanislaus College. And that's Republic Avenue looking north. And what I want to show you is High Street. This is High Street in Georgetown, Guyana. If you saw the other end, the north end of High Street, you know, once you go over Lamaha Street, Main Street becomes High Street again, and this is High Street. It starts as High Street in this southern section of the city. So from beside the Parliament building, and that's Hatfield Street coming up, and St. Stanislaus College on the opposite side. This is where High Street begins, and there are two buildings in this section of the High Street that I want to draw your attention to. They're coming up, and that is the Guyana Broadcasting Station compound set of buildings, and the Carnegie School for Home Economics, and those are two significant buildings, but we'll point them out when we get there. This is Hatfield Street, and the car park or the bus park that takes you to Culinary and Linden and the east bank of Demerara. It's going to cross over now as we walk on to High Street. This is Ashman's. It's a supermarket and general store sort of. Don't know if they're still open. It seems as if this building is no longer operational, but I don't know. I have to come back during the daytime to figure that out. And this is Sylvie's, another general store. Sylvie's. But this is High Street. This is High Street. People's General Store. I've actually done some shopping here. This is IMEX International. From the color of the paint, I think they might be part of the set of buildings that are at the wharf, on the waterfront buildings. Okay, so on this side you have yes, on this side you have the Methodist Church of the Caribbean and the Americas. So that's the Methodist Church and their Sheer Foundation. That's their pastoral accommodation and school. Looks like a nursery school. That's Leopold Street and High Street. Right, that's High Street. This is Leopold Street. And this is the Methodist Church of the Caribbean and the Americas. But here at the corner of Durban Street and High Street is the Carnegie School of Home Economics. Like I said, this is an important building because this is where my mom started out. My mom actually attended the Carnegie School of Home Economics, and she learned to cook. She was a passionate cook, and she was a home economics teacher in high school. At least that's how she started out, teaching home economics back in the 1970s, I believe, the 60s and the 1970s. And so why this is important to me is because, as you know, I've actually said that I'm going to start featuring some of Guyanese cuisine, right? So I'm going to introduce some food reviews, and I have a special kind of food review that I want to make. But we're going to visit the School of Home Economics, the Carnegie School of Home Economics, and introduce some of the people there and the kinds of cooking. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see their test kitchen, right? The test kitchen here at the School of Home Economics, and see some of what they teach and what they prepare here at the Carnegie School of Home Economics. Now, I actually have a copy of the Guyanese cookbook called What's Cooking in Guyana, and I still use it to consult it regularly for recipes, Guyanese recipes. To cook our local dishes, and I'm going to introduce some of those dishes also on the channel coming up, along with food reviews. But this is High Street. Just wanted to show you where it all begins, so when you see those videos, the context is that we actually have a well-established cuisine. Now, this building is interesting to me. It's one of the locations that would be useful for a multi-story high-rise building, multifunctional building. I have to investigate, see whether it's for sale. Seems to have been repaired recently, like in the last 5 years. Right, so in the last 5 years it might have been received some attention, some repair. This is the south end of High Street here in Georgetown, Guyana. And you will find out if this building is for sale, who owns this building, and if it's for sale, because, well, it has been repaired and there seems to be some work going on it, but it still looks unoccupied. That would be a nice place to have, a nice location to have some of our companies, our businesses in Guyana. Here are the containers, the storage yard for containers. As you know, most of the waterfront along the Demerara River is occupied by ports and shipping companies, and the Park and Shipping and all these shipping companies have offices along that stretch of Water Street. But here again, this is a building, I'm not sure who the owner is, I'm going to look into it. This of course is Princess Street, or Princess Street, and this building, like I said, is interesting. Seems to have been some repair here. See, there's a guard on duty. We're going to find out who the owners of this building is and investigate whether it's available for sale. It says Government of Guyana with support of loan from the Inter-American Guyana Sanitation Improvement Program. Okay, so that's the section of High Street that we were interested in showing this morning, and what is interesting about it is the Carnegie School of Home Economics. Guyana Broadcasting Corporation used to be in the same compound, but they seem to have moved their location. But that's what's happening here, folks. That's what's happening in Georgetown, Guyana. If you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe in the comments below. Tell me what you think about this section of Georgetown, which I don't think I've featured before, but which will become interesting as you see what I have in store for food and what's cooking in Guyana. Food shows that I intend to feature in the coming months. Later!